ebhola ke uyaliphakamisa nangi manje ke uFifi awulinda support wafika manje uSiposenwe nanku bevezela Cesane eboxini nange edlula umkhuthuzi nalithuma lapha akukho umuntu ayikakasuka ingozi ebhola ke iphuma ke phezulu kwamabhali kodwa kuthiwa bekune offside kodwa ke bese kukhona ke offside yebo awucesane ubesihamba yedwa kodwa beseqedile obheke nje udlula nje kalula kuma defender ucesane uyakhuthuzana awamvumele bamnikeza nje ukuthi akadlala khuleka adlala ibhola lakhe ingakho nje umbona nje ezenzela ke kanje iMorocco ifuna ukwenza inguquko ezimbili bayabona amanzi angenile endlini manje konzima kuyona ke iMorocco esipiliyoni sebanyana sokudlala ama-finali nasi manje siyakhombisa iyabuya kodwa ke iMorocco Msudi oyaligoba obuya nalo uFifi faka ijubane manje ke uFifi Biyana badlulisa nangu umshayi wamagoli uMakhaya oyabalinda uMakhaya elibuyisele emuva manje ke ayisajahile ukuya phambili banyana umodlalo Ramalipe ku right back nange ganga ke ngebhola ke Ramalipe eMorocco wavele nje wayipha kodwa nange phinda futhi elungisa uyazi ukuthi uyena omoshile akubalekile ukuthi aphinda amake Kholosa ofakela ukuthi ayovika ayo protect defense yabona uhlezi khona la phambi kwabo onoko mahlo nobambanani 15 minutes kuphela manje osele bese ke iningizimu Afrika iba ke ngobhetha abaka 2022 be uAfcon 15 minutes kuphela Bruno angiyathemba ukuthi ke bazokwazi ukubamba u15 minutes esikhathi ngempela ke esincane mawubheka ke kuyona ke eningizimu Afrika kuMorocco kodwa ke iningizimu Afrika side.
It will be indeed the longest 15 minutes if you are supporting South Africa, and the short from a Moroccan point of view. Traidi is the player coming on amongst the changing media in the second half, as well as Badri. Those are the two coming in. And Nakach and Sudi have made way for them. So you can see the coach is making it clear he wants to fight back, he wants to find the back of the net, and he needs to get 2 goals in these last 14 minutes and counting. Makhaya becomes the first South African player to score 2 goals in a WAFCON final. And this is for the very first time Banyana scored 2 goals in a WAFCON final in the history of the competition. The only time they scored a goal, Nkomatlo scored the only goal, they lost that encounter. But today they are leading by 2 goals to 0 for the first time. They are leading in a WAFCON final in the history of the competition. Will that be enough? Only time will tell. Only time will tell in this encounter. The Moroccans at home, 50,000 fans strong, have come out. They're up against a team with more experience at this level. A team that is showing exactly what they're made of. Mutal for Banyana. As she marches on forward now, playing the ball towards the far side, but experience will tell you also that South Africa is playing a 52nd match at the WAFCON tournament. Morocco is only playing their 12th match at the tournament, looking at the history of the competition in totality. Morocco on the far side of the field in possession. Go forward now, ball collected by Siposenwe. Paid second assist for the goal that scored the second goal. Paid assist for the first goal, but a touch from her to release Lamine was beautiful as always. They call her babes with pass. They don't call her that for nothing. This SC Braga's loss, team that let her go in Portugal. Somebody else is going to take her after this competition. When you see her performance, you can never put her down. So also Chomi Smeda also just announcing that she's got a new team. So a lot to talk about from South Africa. Smeda was part of the team that played in the 2018 edition of this competition. Nokomato. She started it. Was finished by Mahaya. Dlamini supplied the ball that eventually was put into the back of the net by Mahaya. The defense fell asleep on 2 occasions, and they were duly punished today by South Africa. Desiree Ellis is moments away from the big one. She could not do it as a player. She came close in 2018. She's now just 10 minutes away, within touching distance, of being crowned a champion as a coach in the WAFCON tournament. But here comes Morocco. Ball playing out towards Tatnaout. Good ball in! And they pulled one back, Ayan. Tatnaout was always going to be a problem, and Ayan was waiting in the center of the penalty area, put the ball past the goalkeeper. And the keeper has been beaten for the first time in 4 matches. Andile Dlamini. They fell asleep. The player that came off the bench was the supplier. Initiated the move. Ayan finished it, but it was always the danger player spoke about from the beginning. Fatima Tatnaout, who supplied the ball across for that to finish. Straight pass. Easily intercepted. Ramalepe giving the ball away cheaply. And Tatnaout saw that South Africa were all committed and they were all facing their own goals, and Andile Dlamini will not keep a clean sheet today. We have a game on our hands. Her 2nd goal in this competition, her 7th international goal for Morocco in 15 caps for the national team. And that's what the goal means to those in the stands. Ball being given to the South Africans now. This will be the nerviest last 9 minutes of your life if you are a South African fan. Looks like Mahaya, the hero of the day, has gone down. Talking about Ayan, she does not speak any French, nor Arabic, nor Spanish, but she speaks only English. She's learning the language as she comes back to play for the land of her father, and she has brought something different. A lot was said about a former player with massive experience from Bristol City to Everton to Limassol to before arriving at Tottenham Hotspur, a product of Reading at 8 years, all the way to Chelsea and all the other teams, lone stint at all these other teams where she was. South African fans have come up. They are finding something to celebrate. Moroccans have found their voices, finally. How will this one end? Tatnaout in possession. Ball goes out of play. So it is today her 3rd assist of this competition. And all assists have come against teams from the south. But she got 2 against Botswana. Got 1 here today against South Africa. 2-1 the scoreline. Now it is where the Navy moment will start. It's where we're going to be able to see the girls are separated from women. Here they come again now, Morocco. Ball collected, going towards the far side of the field, intercepted well. South Africa trying to get the ball back. It is Yasmin Rabbit. Here comes Chebak. Finally does get a foot on the ball a bit. Forward they go again. Cross expected, cross played in. And the ball drop shot against it alive in the penalty area for Morocco. Lane across. And Tatnaout is there, but cleared away this time. Away the ball goes this time. Khadiete has been introduced because the hero of the day is injured. Hilda Tolagele Mahaya has made way. Andile Dlamini comes out and collects for South Africa. South Africa making their 2nd change. Mahaya's one was the first one because of an injury. So we see now Melinda Khadiete been introduced from Mtantani in East London. 29 years. She's now 30, celebrated her 30th birthday 2 days ago. As she comes on the 21st of July. She comes in now for a 22nd appearance for Banyana Banyana, the Mamelodi Sundowns player, formerly with Bloemfontein Celtic. And this is only a first. In fact, when you look at the matches she's played in the AFCON qualifiers, scored 1 goal in the qualifiers. Now playing 4th match of the bench, only once as starter. So what does she bring? Brings a bit of composure. And if you do give her space and time, she will punish you. That's what South Africa will hope for, that they don't concede another goal and find themselves losing. Against Nigeria, they were leading, allowed Nigeria to score a goal late in that match. And now they have 6 minutes to try and hold on to their lead. They have 6 minutes to hold on to their lead. Raide came off the bench. She supplied that pass. She won the ball. In fact, it was won by Tatnawit and played towards her. And then she set up Tatnawit immediately. Who managed to play the ball towards Ayan. Piana. On ball towards Klesane. Well read near side of the field now. Back. There they have the ball again, Morocco. This time it's Chiri. Played now by Chebak. Chebak playing across the center this time. He's played in this time here by Badri. Badri's ball. Long one sent forward now. Run being made by Hassani's ball. Played early towards El Haj. El Haj is up against Noko Mato. Going to take Tema will be experience. A butcher.
Asithenga ndawo isipiliyoni Bruno ngeke usithole ndawo isona ke leso sibonayo esetshenziswa ke uyena ke uNoko Mahlo maka kahle kakhulu ke laphana ke emuva yabona lemzuzu eyogcina ebamba umoya iningizimu Afrika ehlasela ngamandla iMorocco efuna igoli lesibili ilokulinganisa asazi ke ukuthi ke ezolithola noma ke iningizimu Afrika ezokwazi ukuthi iqoqe emzuzu nje emine kuphela esele yabona manje uPedro lapha ebenchini awumi ngeenyawo akasahlali ke ephansi umqeqeshi ke wayo ke iMorocco onesipiliyoni naye ke la uPedro ngo-2018 uyena ke owaba ke i-coach of the year kuma-FIFA Awards inali le goli elika Ayane ayikho into ade ezoyenza lapha uDlamini ngoba ke i-defense yakhe imdayisile bengekho yonke wamphambanisa nalo ke uRosella Ayane eshake igoli lakhe lesibili selokhu ke iqalile ke lemidlalo emlenze yakhe emide yamsebenzela Rosella Ayane 26 years Morocco ifuna ke igoli ke lesibili 3 minutes kuphela manje ke osele yabona lenkundla besithula ngathi kusemngcwabeni ngesikhathi bedliwa ngo2-0 ayizinto seziveleke zashintsha manje amsindo ke osenkundleni oyamangaza Hilda Mahaya bamkhiphile ngoba ke ulimele kwangena ke uMelinda Khadiethe ashintsho lwenziwe ke Desiree Elise nayi Morocco awakudlulwa lapha kuDlamini kwisicathulo uDlamini akarabo ngakwesokunxele yabona ke ukulimala kwaholweni uKarabo ufike wadlala kahle kakhulu njengoba ke uholweni ke elimele emidlalweni ke edlule eyabuya iMorocco ebhola ke libuya ke manje naye ke Gislane Chiri nali thuba futhi eboxini lapha eMorocco ifuna igoli lesibili ngenkani Ramaliphe uyavala maka kahle kakhulu ke laphana ke Kholosa vele yona into afakelwe yona leya ukuthi avikele i-defense eMorocco ngokusheshsha ke ibhola ke uyalixosha ke uRamaliphe yabona le goli leMorocco ephuthe lenziwe uRamaliphe bekungokwesibili futhi ephisana ngebhola okokuqala bamxolele okwesibili bamphanisha engakho ke iMorocco ithole ke igoli South Africa ilahla ibhola endaweni eyingozi lilahlwa ke uyena ke lebonke Ramaliphe nali ibhola futhi eboxini nangu Ayane sala phansi yabona mabemiyeka kanje kokhona okuzabethusa be-South Africa ngoba bayamvumela ahold ibhola azakhahlele Ayane esipiliyoni sakhe sokudlala ke eNgilande nayo yabona manje ukuthi ke uyasebenzisa ebhola elide eboxini ladluliswa ngekhanda walivala ngesifuba wathi ke uyacindezela ebhola langashayeka kahle oyalithatha ke uDlamini Morocco futhi Shepard Ashebakhe nange ke elishiya ke ngakwesokunxele eChiri Gizlane elide futhi ibhola lifuna amakhanda ayabuya iMorocco phezu kwe-D-line oyalithatha uJuice ayitakula iSouth Africa uJuice bamdlala kabi free kick yabona le free kick njengobelele phansi ubambanani esikhathi siyahamba umzuzu owodwa osele sizobona ke ukuthi ke mingaki imzuzu ezokwengezwa yabona ke uyingozi Rosella Ayane yabona le bhola kube lishayeke kahle lagcwala onyaweni angabe sikhuluma ke enye indaba manje akube nje ulishayeke kahle bafuna Khadiethe esane Ramaliphe oyaliphakamisa Ramaliphe ibhola lakhe lindawo vele nje lahlangana ke neMorocco yakhuphuka iMorocco El Haji balibeka ke laphana ke phambili Badri ongene esombeni ke sesibili I throw in hey 9 minutes yonke ezokwengezwa 9 minutes yonke yabona ke indlela emince ngakhona manje ke iSouth Africa lo 9 minutes imkhulu kakhulu amakhulu kakhulu asibone manje eKhadiethe olindi support wayithola kucesane ayibuyisele emuva yabona uyasabisa manje uRamaliphe ngoba unamaphutha aKhadiethe ebhola ke laseke limphunyuka lephumela ke ngaphandle eMorocco isikhathi ke siyahamba bayaphuthuma eyabuya iMorocco manje lapha umrabet Nompempe nangethi umdlalo ke awuqhubeke waze ke wayinikeza ke ifree kick yaze yahluphe intobhazane nemlenze emide Rosella Ayane le free kick uyena futhi oyidalile uzobona ke le bhola bazoliphakamisa libe lide bazobe befuna yena vele lapha eboxini esikhathi sokuthi alungise idefense yakhe alungise udonga Andile Dlamini Fatima Atangnoat anali ibhola elide oyalithatha ugoalkeeper bamdlala kabi uNompempe uyalamula awubelibambile Andile Dlamini leliya bhola base ke ebemphusha yabona le free kick beyingozi awuDlamini kodwa ke ngoba ke unesipiliyoni wasidela waya kulona ibhola wafika ke eLchadi wadlala kabi ebhenchi laseMorocco enhliziyo ke sifuna ukuphumela ke ngaphandle Desiree Ellis coach of the year kabili kulandelana kathathu uma ke usuhlanganisa ke yonke ebhenchini ke ele South Africa enkundla igcwele abalandeli baseMorocco uma ngabe iSouth Africa ibashaya eMorocco bonke labantu bazohamba bephoxekile kodwa ke ithemba ke lisekhona anangiya uholweni alimele njengoba ke ehlezi ke laphana ke ngaphandle umdlali ke odlala ku-UWC kodwa ke abasusa ibhola obambanani yabona ke manje ukuthi ke sekukhona ke nokuchitha isikhathi futhi ke basichitha kufanele bathi nje ukuthatha imizuzwana eyabuya iMorocco ebuya ke manje ke ibhola ke noChebak South Africa ekudingayo manje ukuthi ibhola baligcine kubona bancisha iMorocco ibhola phela nje uma ngabe ke bedlala amabhola amade lisheshe libuya ibhola bese ke yabahlasela iMorocco njengoba ubona nje naba manje ke uyena lapha uJabri bayabavumela ukuthi ke bakhahlele into ke ezoba ke ingozi ke lapha na ke kuyona ke ibanyana yabona manje inyembezi ke sezikhona emehlweni ke abalandeli baseMorocco obambanani uyayisusa ke leya goal kick yabuya yalithatha iMorocco Shebak washintsha inkundla Shebak ufuna Fatima Tangnawat akhona noko mahlo lapha na ke emuva Khadiethe Siphosenwe asikho isidingo sokujaha ukuthi aye phambili ngoba liyalahleka ibhola njengoba ubona lilahlekile eyalibuya iMorocco esingise center awunompempe uyakhuza unikeza ifoul onikeza iMorocco Kholosa Biyana oyena ke odlale kabi Gizlane Shebak anaba manje ke bemphuca awunompempe uthi umdlalo omuhle uqhubeke Khadiethe oyalibiza ucesane Khadiethe bamphusha balithatha ibhola ke kuyena akaphasi naye ke uKhadiethe eMorocco ingozi Abiyana we akumandla kuyafiwa ke lapha ngeke kumenze lutho nange protector kamnandi ibhola Abiyana alinda amohlalo angazi ulahla kanjani ibhola ngoba ngabe kuyadlala lihlale enyaweni zabo baligcine nje enyaweni ngoba mangabe belahla kanje iMorocco iyabuya idlale iza kubona iphethe ibhola futhi iMorocco evele ize ke seyingozi onompempe nangethu umdlalo uqhubeke cesane yabona manje bonke bayalahla lo 4 minutes osele mkhulu kakhulu angazi noma umyalelo kamqeqeshi ukuthi ibhola lilahle manje elide ibhola ke lifuna Rosella Ayane oyavimba Ramalipe eMorocco iyabuya ngakwesokunxele manje ke uyena ke Chiri olifaka eboxini uChiri sala phansi onompempe uthi ifree kick eSouth Africa eMorocco besifuna ke ipenalty kodwa ke uFifi kuthiwa ke uyena ke abamdlale kabi kodwa lamabhola ayingozi bemngena ke ngemuva uRifile Jane onompempe ubhekile eSalima Mukanzanka wase Rwanda free kick emuva ke inikezwa eSouth Africa bench ke leningizimu Africa analo nje elibhekile manje ukuthi uyaphela umdlalo noma upheli siyayithatha le ndebe noma siyithathi cesane walinde stopini ibhola yalithatha iMorocco libuya manje nomrabet amrabet uyayiphasa unikeza Chiri Achiri nange linde ke isupport waqhamuka futhi umrabet lidi ibhola lifuna futhi ke lentokazi ehluphayo asibone manje ke ibhola ke lapha ke emuva uyalixosha uFifi yalithatha iMorocco ama second ball wonke weMorocco obheke namanje libuya neMorocco Chiri Gizlane lidi ibhola lifuna amakhanda lapha phezu kwepali Rosella Ayane Rosella Ayane oyingozi onyaweni uyingozi ekhanda i-high tack uyayisebenzisa imlenze yakhe emide uyayisebenzisa Rosella Ayane ebhola ke ebelilide futhi lifuna yena eboxini lase ke liphuma ke ephezulu kwamapali ngokhona ushintsho Ramalipe ishe wabamba ke ibhola ngesandla eboxini Alewanga Ramaliphe yabona makulimala unoko mahloyo isenkingeni ibanyana. Esenkingeni ibanyana kodwa ke nakho kuzongena bonke kaGamede. Oyena ke ozongena uyidefender vele. Gamede uyena ke omile ke laphana ke ku touchline. Onoko mahlo ungaphandle uphume ngohlaka idlala iyashoti South Africa. Idlala ngaphansi kwencindezi enkulu. Morocco ifuna igoli lesithathu noma ke lesibili lokulinganisa. Ebese ke ziya ke kuyona ke extra time. Ramaliphe wawuqeda umdlalo unompempe. Awuthi 9 minutes ke iphelile. South Africa ompetha baka 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations Desiree Ellis ophumlando coach of the year. Amanje ke nangu esiza ke iSouth Africa ukuthi ke iqukule indebe okoqala nqa emlandweni le generation uqophile umlando kade babezama befika kuma final bedliwa eyesithupha le namhlanje ibona ompetha amagoli yakhe laphana ke uMelinda noma ke uMagaiya amabili njengoba ke sithi ke 2 eSouth Africa 1 iMorocco inyembezi kanti injabulo kubadlali ke base South Africa ompetha okokuqala nqa 1996 bakwenzile abafana eSouth Africa nangu 2022 banyana yenza okufanayo izoya kwi-World Cup ingompetha base-Afrika. Bathwele izandla emakhanda abalandeli bakhona ke laphana ke Morocco bayakhala kodwa kusizi bazamile bona bayozama ke nangelinye ilanga ibanyana beyifuna le ndebe. Full time score 2-1 kunqoba iningizimu Afrika. Sithatha zonke intambo sizibuyisela ke e-studio. Ukhona uXoli, ukhona uGloria Brown, ukhona uSimpiwe. Ngiyathemba amantombazane lapha e-studio ukuthi ingoma ilungile.
Put a ball in Africa and watch nations come together. Put a ball in Africa and hear many languages from adoring fans become one voice. Put a ball in Africa and see African players become global stars, bringing hope and unity to the continent. It might just be a match to the rest of the world. But to Africa, it is 90 minutes of solidarity.
In the air, and that's the opening goal.
90 minutes of I and you are me. 90 minutes of goals, counterattacks, tackles and dribbles, victories.
Another beautiful one, and into the back of the net, Sangare.
And tears. So put a ball in African Cup of Nations. Only one team will be playing. Africa United. Hashtag we love it here. Some do it for the game, others for the fame, a few for the trophy, and many for the memories. While most will play to become the best, there are those that will play for passion, crowds, victory, and simply for the love of the game. Catch the top 14 rugby every Saturday on SABC Sport Channel on OpenView 124, SABC 2, SABC DTT, and also available on Telkom One. Brought to you by SABC Sport.
For the love of the game.
Cometh the moment, cometh the women. Banyana Banyana are officially the 2022 Women Africa Cup of Nation champions. They have beaten Morocco by 2-1 in their home stadium in Rabat of Morocco. Banyana Banyana are going to be arriving in South Africa on Tuesday. OR Tambo, we must go there in numbers to see finally that AFCON trophy descend the shores of South Africa. They have done it. Banyana Banyana are champions. I'm Xoli Zondo, still joined by Simpiwe Dludlu and Gloria Brown. They tried in 1995. They tried in 2000. They tried in 2008. They tried in 2012. And they tried in 2018. But in 2022, they have now finally done it. The trophy belongs to South Africa.
From Cape to Cairo, Morocco to South Africa. I'm excited, I'm happy, not just for Banyana Banyana, but for African football. Women's football in Africa is growing, and this is what we want to see year in, year out. We want to see more players getting careers out of football, getting great contracts, getting great money. We want to see them flourish. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Dr. Mtsepe, because this is happening because a good leadership is in place. And we still need to see more things happening that are great. More money, more great prize monies, more a lot of everything. From development of coaches, from development of referees. You know, I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next couple of years. We just need to be consistent. All the countries in Africa, take note. We have a chance to go and compete in the world.
We see their coach, Desiree Ellis, dancing the players in absolute jubilation. It is exhilaration. You know, for the first time, I really wish all of us were there in Morocco just to show them the love that they deserve.
For me, I would say to Wahida Salih, to Anthea Charles, to Figiles Tole, the Cabo Zitas. I'm talking about the Portia Mudises, the Laverne Solomons, to the Hilda Machayas, Fran Hilton Smith, and Desiree Ellis. We salute. It has taken years to get to this point. It is an emotional time for women's football in South Africa, on the continent. We join Bafana Bafana in bringing that cup to the cabinet.
Yeah.
We become the second nation to hold the cup, both male and female.
Yeah.
So well done, Banyana Banyana.
Well done.
Absolutely, congratulations. I think let's take a quick ad break. When we return, we unpack the 90 minutes that was.
The lights come on and flash.
What they need most of all, Jenny, is some luck.
And action got underway, but look at this card. It's a very different and challenging role.
Oh! Taylor's roll!
And we go green. Very good start. Price goes to the inside too. It's a historic day for Porsche as they take their first formulary win.
Africa, it's time to celebrate. It's time to see the beautiful game played by the queens of the continent. It's the Women's Africa Cup of Nations live in Morocco. See all the goals, all the exciting moments, all the action, and fall in love with the game all over again. Together, #WeWill. Catch the 2022 Women Africa Cup of Nations Morocco live on SABC Sport channels and SABC radio stations. Proudly brought to you by SABC Sport.
This week on VS Gaming Weekly, we see what goes into hosting the biggest tournaments in South Africa. We hit the streets and catch up with some of you gamers. We visit a school that is dominating in esports. We watch athletes go head-to-head in the Itiski Season 4 Grand Final. We chat to Cam Seat about how to make money through gaming. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on SABC3 and on Telkom 1.
When we yes. Bati banyana bati bafana bati banyana apela mapetra maleza peye ayipele
That is complete sabotage from the team upstairs. We did not know they were recording us as those goals were scored. And finally, when Banyana, we announced as champions. You know what? This moment is just too big as we see what's happening at the stadium, at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat, in Morocco, the capital city. This is a day, the 23rd of July, 2022, that South Africa will never forget. Finally, champions.
Finally, champions, Koli. I just want to say thank you to SAFA for believing in women's football. We are still not yet where we want to be. There's still more that needs to be done, but we have achieved. You know, with the resources that we got and the support that we've been getting, making sure that women are leading women in women's national teams, it's been great. And I just want to give a sincere gratitude, lack of a better word, to Sasol for making sure that a girl child plays football. The league is still going on, and they're still supporting Banyana. It's more than 10 years. I was there once when they came into to sponsor Banyana. They never gave up on Banyana. So thank you for keeping a dream for every girl child that plays football in South Africa. Siyabonga. And to the men that have supported us and made sure to protect and nurture and give us platforms to play football, don't go away. We still need you in women's football because in Jelibuzo Gobapambi, we are just waiting for all those professional teams to bring up more women and to have more teams so that there's more life into it.
As we see there, the prize giving about to get underway. We haven't spoken much on Morocco. They will be receiving their silver medals. They were very emotional there, Gloria, because they knew just how close they were, especially when Ayane scored that goal. It felt as though they still had the fight in them.
They had every right to believe. You can't go onto the field without believing you'll walk away a champion. For the coach who's worked so hard and made sure that he prepared this team, it was a final that we expected, but they were definitely up against a team that has felt this pain and had enough of being bridesmaids in the final. As you rightfully pointed out, 2018, 2008, 2000, 1995, each of those years were learning outcomes. And we got to continue to say, dream on, girl child, as we get to see the officials and the people who have made this tournament possible that went on without a hitch. We had some beautiful, beautiful display of football on the continent. But yes, it's a day to remember, it's a day to cherish for every South African, and a date to take note for the future. Mutlo, she's been a revelation. She's been one of those players who stood out for me throughout. As they say, age is just a number. She went out there and made sure she did a bit. To the critics, I want to say a big thank you, because what they did is push this team even further to achieve. And we need them, because they are the ones that see certain things that we don't. For Desiree, for Talia, what a way to go on. And you know that football is in safe hands.
Definitely in safe hands. And there's the lion. There is Andile Dlamini getting goalkeeper of the tournament with 4 clean sheets to her name. And she's been stellar. She's been making sure that she's confident. You know, yesterday I spoke to her and she said, my feet are hurting. I'm the only player that has played 5 90 minutes. And I said to her, take it all in, just rest, because everybody feels the same way. But it's one last match that you need to play, and that's it. And it's because also she plays for one of the best teams in South Africa, in Africa, that is Mamelodi Sundowns. This player has been patient, Xoli. In 2010, 2014, all those years, she's been in the team, and she has been goalkeeper number 3, number 4. And in the past couple of years, she's been the heart of this Banyana team as a goalkeeper. Well done, Andile.
She was also in the running for Interclub Player of the tournament in terms of CAF, the CAF Awards. Yena no Bambanani Mbadi, but of course they lost out to Evelyn Badu. So it's very good to see her here walking away with the Golden Glove, much deserved. Andile Dlamini.
Deserving indeed, but I want to say for South Africa, it's a time in football where we need to really celebrate. We have the president of CAF from South Africa, Dr. Patrice Motsepe. You have Mamelodi Sundowns, the champions in the Champions League. We now have this trophy that has been elusive for many years. So we have lots to celebrate. You're looking at Danny Jordan going out there with a big smile and deserving too. He's been there, he's pushed women's football, and we also have to really thank him for what he's done thus far.
So at the CAF Awards, they didn't announce the Women's National Team of the Year because we know Senegal won the Men's National Team of the Year. So they were waiting for this final to be concluded. And that is why Dr. Danny Jordan was walking away with that accolade, because now we can officially say that South Africa are the Women's National Team of the Year. What a year we're having, Lulu.
What a year we are having. And I think it's important for us to make sure, Guti, with these great moments that are there, we take them and make sure we continue doing great things. That are not so consistent in terms of the funding, the resources, you know, making sure that there's a lot to play for, that there's a lot that needs to be done better for clubs, for women's football in South Africa. There's still a lot that we need to do. This player was very great in every match that she played. And it's not easy to be a defensive midfielder coming in, qualifying for the World Cup for the first time, hosting and score goals and still be able to hold your team together. She's been 4 times a top goal scorer in the domestic league. She's been 5 times player of the league of the season in Morocco. And right now she's receiving player of the tournament. I think she deserves it.
And the last outing in 2018, it was Thembi Kgatlana that walked away with that accolade, and now it's going to Chebaka. Huge congratulations to her, unable to increase her goal tally in this match because she would have been the outright Golden Boot winner.
Yeah, but she shares the stage with Hilda. She shares the stage with Ajibade of Nigeria. So yes, it's been a tight competition where the goal scorer has been just 3 goals that they've scored in this tournament. And when you watch her, they scored 11 goals. It goes to show that the game defensively has improved. It's not that many goals. And you can see the homework that is being put in place by the defenders when they realize that this is the player that is turning defenders inside out and upside down, whichever way you want to look at it. The defenders do the job to shut the back door. Today, Chebak was silenced by Bambanani Mbane. And you can really but go and say congratulations, because you're looking at thinking players, thinking teams, and the technical team done fantastically well.
The officials are also receiving their medals. And I think for today, we had a clean game, you know, nothing that was controversial in terms of the decisions that were made. So really deserving of the officials that are up there right now, kissing their medals, also celebrating this huge achievement for them.
Yeah, like I said, Koli, I'll always reiterate that it's not just the players that must improve. The referees, the officials need to improve. So development for them is critical, for administrators, for everybody that is involved in growing the game of football, especially in women's football in Africa. We need to make sure we invest in that so that we see more of our officials from Africa going abroad to make sure that they go to big tournaments. We must see them in the World Cups, under 17, under 20, senior women's national team and World Cups where they officiate there as well. You look at this Morocco team, they've been very consistent in their style of play. They know when to build up from the back, and their back four has been very solid. I think today they lost one of their soldiers, which is Rodwani, and that also destabilized them a bit, but I've been impressed with them. From the under-17s, the under-20s, to see them play like this coach has made sure to bring together a team of players that know how to play. I think one of the coaches there made an analysis and she said this is one of the most technically strong teams in the tournament. You can see it. Technically they are sound, but today their technique didn't really uplift them to go further to make sure that they break down Banyana with individual skills, because Banyana had a clear plan to say, we want to keep you at bay. You can have your technique in your own area, but don't allow them to come into our own half where they're able to dictate terms and play the way they want to. I'm still proud of Morocco.
Morocco, of course, had qualified for the very first time in 1998 for the WAFCON and then in 2000. So to get to a stage right now where they are in the final, receiving a silver medal, yes, it's not the gold, but what an achievement.
Two deserving teams that kept 100% record to this point. Two deserving teams that were very defensive-minded and protected their goals at all cost. Yes, they've conceded 2 in the final, but they came in with a very, very good defensive record, both Banyana and Morocco. You can only but praise the coach Reynard, who's done well, Coach Desiree Ellis, who's planned tactically. You look at South Africa and you say every single player, besides Swart and Riegel, got a run at this tournament. And that is your 2 goalkeepers. And you can look and you say, planning to perfection, win the first game, navigate your way as to which team you want to play in the knockout stages. You then go into the knockout stages. Didn't matter how you played. Got to the semi-final. The belief continued to grow. When you get to the final, this is the A game we spoke about. Every single match was finished in 90 minutes. Yeah. That talks to the tactics, that talks to those soldiers that took the field. And no matter what we say, be it penalties, whether today is we bring that trophy home.
It'll be very exciting to see how Morocco fares in the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, because they have qualified, and here is the moment. Simpiwe Dludlu, bayajaiva, buyaculwa. This is the moment that they've been waiting for.
Yeah, bapalama train baya staging batsamaya bathola gold yabona and engifuna kusho namuhla ngilokuthi velele manfombatane namhlanje badlale kahle kakhulu. And i-tournament yonke bebane plan lokuthi vele sidodlala ngendlela ethide, because sibabone be-apply for 1-4-1-4-1 nase kumatima sibabona bashaya 4-5-1, and nase bashaya le 4-5-1 bashiya striker sisodvwana lembili. Kulahleka kukaThembi Kgatlana kule tournament vele kusikhubate kakhulu, but namuhla vele siyabona ukuthi sikwatile ukuthi sikorele amagoli emanengi abalulekile. We understand. So today, in this whole tournament, I'm looking at the tactical astuteness of this team here, Banyana. They played the correct players in correct matches, made the correct subs, and made sure that they won where it mattered the most.
I mean, when you look at players like Mudali, you talk of a bright future. You talk of an average age of 26. And the good balance of mixing experience with youth. And you playing the right players, as coach is saying, at the right time. You know, I think that technical team has got to be given credit. When they selected those players, we looked at this team and we thought, we need A, we need B, we need C. But they knew exactly what they've got to do, and they got the best out of each one. The belief, the 44 days have played their part, and I want to really say they silenced a crowd, 48,000 people. It was as silent as a graveyard. And you expect, playing against the 12th man, the 13th man being the lasers and whatever else, the smoke and whatever else there was.
Well, Banyana Banyana, they are champions of the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Uthando ungathandi. The trophy is coming to South Africa.
I got to tell you a story that started way back as a player. 32 caps for Banyana Banyana. She couldn't do it as a player, but Desiree Ellis has done it in fine form. In 2018, they came close against Nigeria. They lost via penalty following a goalless draw. But this year, they came here done without losing a single game. I tell you, when you talk about stories of teams that have done well here, only the 7th team to have done it at a WAFCON competition, to win all their games, all the way to be crowned champions. Their history will be a story that is going to go on for a long time. 1995, home and away against Nigeria, lost those matches. 1998 was the first time they played in a WAFCON competition, a tournament proper. They lost that game by 2 goals. In fact, the game was abandoned towards the end because there were issues in that encounter. Nigeria leading by 2 goals to nil. They lost that final. 2008 against Equatorial Guinea, they scored a goal but lost by 2 goals to 1 against the host nation as they walked away there, and they became the team that finished second overall. Snetemba Mbata amongst those there, media official for South Africa. Janine van Wyk, 181 caps. She only played 1 game in this competition. She has been there for a few times, but finally she can celebrate winning a gold medal at the WAFCON tournament. 2012, Equatorial Guinea, they were in the final. They lost by 4 goals to nil, South Africa. Then they went on in 2018 when they played against Nigeria. There was a penalty scored by Ebere, a penalty scored by Chikwelu, a penalty scored by Ezu. There was a penalty scored also by Uchendu amongst the goal scorers. Ramalepe missed a penalty, Mutalo missed a penalty. They lost that game via penalty, South Africa, as Nigeria were crowned champions. It started to the win against Nigeria 2-1. The second game they went on to win by 3 goals to 1 against Burundi, 1-0 against Botswana, 1-0 against Tunisia, 1-0 against Zambia, and they were up against the champions, or the nation that's hosting the tournament, and they had a total of 50,000 fans around the stadium. Patrice Motsepe now is calling them down, the president of CAF, as well as head of competition for women next to her. And you also can see the Minister of Sport and Recreation coming from the land of Morocco. Finally, now they can go to the stand. South Africa, after trying for 6 times to be the champions, are the champions of Africa. The 2022 champions is Banyana Banyana, winning by 2 goals to 1. And there we have it, Total Energies, Africa Cup of Nations champions, goalkeeper of the tournament, all went to Banyana Banyana. Congratulations, Coach Desiree Ellis and company.
It is official. Banyana Banyana have been crowned the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations. They did it in fine style, beating Morocco by 2 goals to 1. Hilda Machaya with the brace. We take a quick ad break. We'll be back with more.
July is dedicated to tapping inspiration from Madiba's spirit of Ubuntu and